Now, you're probably wondering, what is that silver beauty there with the little headset? Most of you, before you were even born, there was this miraculous little device called a Sony Walkman. A Sony Walkman, and it was a personalized, totally portable analog tape player where you could mix your own tapes right off the embedded FM radio and have a great set of tunes and your own private your own private headset. And what an invention the Sony Walkman was. I got one for a gift in my early recovery. And I remember putting it on and listening to tunes and being just amazed at how cool it was, how great it was. And one day, I was hearing distressing voices and was very bothered by them. I continued to hear voices, by the way, even when on medications. And so I put on my headset and listened to some tunes, and wow, it was like an amazing experience. What began to happen is as I focused in on the tunes that I was enjoying, the voices became less distracting and less distressing. Wow. Now I want you to imagine that up to this point, and we're talking years in now, no one had ever told me that there was something I could do to help myself. The message always was, take your meds. No one had mentioned up to that point there was something I can do to help myself. So the moral of the story, as we apply that extraordinary lesson, is that we need to help people get active right from day one. That there are things that we can do to help ourselves. And we've got to get that message across loud and clear to people on the very first treatment encounter. For me, it was like the earth moved underneath my feet. There was something I could do that changed and improved my experience of these distressing, all-knowing, all-powerful, all-seeing voices. Wow, it was such an empowering moment that there was something I could do. There are things that I can do to help myself. At what point in your on-track care pathway with young folks and their families are you letting people know there are things you can do to help yourself? I believe one of the first questions we need to ask people, especially when we're working with them during a period of crisis, is to say, what do you already know how to do that helps? What do you already know how to do that helps? Getting activated, knowing that there's something that I can do that will help me manage this distress is the beginning of an increase in self-agency. There's one thing about psychosis for many of us is that it feels like an engulfing experience. We feel engulfed by it and relatively powerless over it. Especially in the beginning. There's so much we can do moving forward. There are so many ways that we can manage what distresses us. And we can learn these strategies over time. And that the things we do are just as important as any psychiatric pills or pharmaceutical medicine that we might take. And so I've created what I call personal medicines. Personal medicines are the things we do to be well. And for many of us, the pathway into recovery means finding the right balance between the psychiatric pills that I may take, my pill medicine, and my personal medicine, the things I do to be well. That finding the right balance between personal medicine and pill medicine is that pathway into recovery. So I want you to share with you this really nice video that sort of underscores this idea that medicine can be what we do. Medicine can be what we do. We know, for instance, that exercise is a powerful antidepressant, right? That can be a vital part, a vital tool, a vital medicine in terms of managing depressed feelings. So let's check out personal medicine And then I have included a personal medicine worksheet like you'll see in the video so that you can use it with the folks you're working with and help them discover their personal medicine or what they can do to be well and to stay well. The power of personal medicine. Many of us use meds to support us in living a great life. The most important thing to know is that meds can be helpful, but they're not magical. It's best not to lie back and to wait for the meds to cure us. That's not how they work. We have an important part to play in our healing too. So imagine I have a broken leg. I go to the hospital and the doctor sets the broken bone and puts a cast on my leg. In a few months I return to the doctor, the cast is removed and my leg is better. Now ask, did the doctor heal my broken leg? Well, when you think about it carefully, the answer is no. The doctor did not heal my leg. In order for the healing to occur, my doctor and I had to work together to create the optimal conditions under which my leg could heal. Of course, the doctor set the bone and created a cast to hold the bone in place. But that was not enough. I had to actively participate in the healing too. I had to be careful not to get the cast wet, and I had to learn to use crutches so as to not put too much weight on the mending bone. Well, just like a cast can't heal a broken leg, psychiatric meds can't do all the work of getting us through our mental health challenges. Meds can help us achieve our goals, but we also have to get actively involved. Ask yourself, what do I do to feel better and how does it help me? You might discover gardening takes my mind off my troubles and helps me connect to nature. So the next time troubles are wearing you down, you might say, oh yeah, now would be a good time to spend some time in my garden. Did you notice that no one had to tell you to do this? That wisdom came from within you. We don't always have to look outside of ourselves for the answers. Let's do another. Ask yourself, what do I do to feel better? And how does it help me? You might discover that fishing calms you down when you're stressed, or that playing guitar helps you express your feelings when you're too nervous to talk, or that reading spiritual books brings you peace and helps you feel less anxious. All of these are examples of personal medicine. Personal medicine comes from the wisdom within us. It's unique to each of us, and we can have many types of personal medicine. Personal medicine is what we do. Psychiatric medicine is what we take. Using psychiatric meds and personal medicine together is a pathway through mental health challenges into the life we want for ourselves. And that's the real magic.